Hey guys, so I'm just going to do a quick little Warped Tour survival, like a Warped Tour survival guide for 2013 Warped Tour and next year's Warped Tour. I was lucky enough to do 2 tours this year. I just did the Denver one yesterday, and 2 weeks ago I did the Portland one. So I got very lucky with it because my Portland one was actually my first Warped Tour. And because of that, when I walked in, I was crazy overwhelmed. There's a lot going on. There's 9 stages this year and countless booths, and it gets a little intimidating and a little hectic. So it's really nice to just go in with a game plan, kind of knowing what to expect. So that's why I decided to do this video. So my first #1 tip I can give everybody is to wear sunscreen. Even if it's a little cloudy out, like yesterday at the Denver one, it was really cloudy. I didn't put sunscreen on and I was so burnt. Like, you can see the line of where I'm burnt, and it's on my chest too, and it was awful. I'm in so much pain today. And yesterday, like, especially if you go into mosh pits or whatever, it hurts when somebody hits you then, like, even worse. So wear sunscreen. Try to get at least SPF 30. Sometimes I'll use SPF 15 like this one because I'm really, really pale and I like to have a little bit of color still. So sunscreen is #1. You're allowed to bring it in. Also bring water. I know that it's Monster Warped Tour and, you know, everyone's drinking energy drinks all the time, but water is going to be your best friend, especially if it's hot out. Again, yesterday there were several girls that were passing out. I actually have a video of one because she just like fell right over. It was kind of funny but awful at the same time. And a lot of people puke like when they don't drink water because they're not drinking, they're not eating, and you're doing a lot of movement and it's quite a workout. So bring 1 sealed bottle of water. They have hydration stations where you can get free refills all throughout the day. So those are like the #2 essentials, is water and sunscreen. So then I just want to get into some of the more like nitty-gritty details of it. Sunglasses, you're going to want them. Even if you don't think it's going to be sunny out, you're going to want them because just trust me, you never know what's going to happen, and it sucks when your favorite band is playing and the sun just so happens to be hitting you and you can't see it. Either bring them, or like I got this pair for $10 at Warped Tour, and they're a pretty nice pair. They're cute. I like them. So, I mean, it's only $10, but if you're short on money, you're just going to want to bring your own. Another thing is a lot of girls there are pierced, and belly button piercings are really common. So although it may be tempting to wear your prettiest ones that are long, like I have a lot of dangly ones like this, you know, all of these really long ones, these can get caught on other people and your clothes. That one's wiggling. So what would be better is, instead of wearing something crazy long like this, wearing something shorter like this, but even better is just a plain barbell. Okay, if you want to get it pretty, they have ones at Hot Topic that are still like all sparkly and all that. But trust me, these get caught, the long ones get caught, they get snagged, they're getting ripped out, they get infected. Just wear your simplest one. I mean, these plain ones aren't necessarily pretty, but you know, they can save you some pain. So belly button rings, keep them to a minimum. Bring hair ties to pull your hair back. And then something that I always like that I do is I bring an extra pair of shorts just in case, because there's usually a slip and slide, so if you want to do that, you don't want to be walking around in wet clothes for the rest of the day. So I just bring a pair of shorts, and I mean, they're really easy. Like, you could just bunch them up and throw them in your backpack or whatever. And then shirts, I just wear a tank top. What I've wore to the past few is this one, which I actually got at my first one. It's To Write Love on Her Arms, Hope is Real. I love this tank top. These are really nice because they're longer and they're a little bit baggier, but they still like show some cleavage and all that. I'm actually wearing one of the Vans ones right now. But these are only $20 if you want to get one. You can just go to the To Write Love on Her Arms booth, and they're only $20. So I have this one for To Write Love on Her Arms, and then I have this one. And this one says, let us not be silent, and it says, let us not be silent, your story is important. And then on the back it says To Write Love on Her Arms. and again, this one was only 20 bucks. So that's something really important is money. I saw a lot of girls and they were bringing like $30 or $40. Well, that's great if you want a t-shirt and half of the thing of food. Food there's pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie. It's $8 or $9. You can get nachos for $4, but you're gonna want some spending money, especially if you want to get one of their actual Warped Tour shirts that has all the dates on the back. This one was $20 too, but I got it for my birthday from my dad. So these are 20 bucks, and then my big spend this year was the Warped Tour hoodie. I love it. This was only 40 bucks, which isn't that bad for a hoodie. But together, between my 2 Warped Tours, I spent about $250. And I mean, I wish I could have gotten more still. So bring as much money as you're comfortable with. For money, although it's tempting to just bring a wallet like this, because you can clip it onto your pants so nobody steals it, they don't let chains in. And just a plain wallet, I wouldn't trust there because of pickpockets. So what I did is I went to Hot Topic and got one of their lanyards that has the little card thing in it. And I slipped my money into the card thing because there's an opening. So I slipped it in there. And then on my shorts, through the belt buckle, I took it and just threaded it through and tied it on. So like nobody was going to be able to get in there, and then I tucked the entire thing into the pocket, and like the whole lanyard included, everything went into my pocket, and then you can't even see it. It's right here. And nobody's tempted to take your money, and it's also really easy because you can keep an eye on it and you feel if somebody tries to sneak in there to take it. So just a couple more little things I have. As soon as you get in there, get one of the programs. I know it seems like you don't want to have that much stuff to carry around, but this is actually nice because they have a little autograph page. Okay, now some bands you want to get the more important, like you want to buy their picture and then have them sign that. Like I got this signed for my best friend. I got a Black Veil Brides poster to sign because the poster was only 10 bucks. But for some of the smaller bands that you don't want to be shelling out your money for, just use this little autograph page. Bring Me to the Horizon, sign this one for me. And, I mean, it's great because I can just tear the page out and put it on my wall, and it's really easy. So definitely get one of the programs. I have like 4 of them because there's only one autograph page in each one. So if you're going to more than one signing, you're going to want several of these. And for the signings, the night before or the week before or whenever, figure out which bands you have to see and which bands you have to meet. As soon as you get to Warped Tour, go to their booth, find it, and figure out where they're doing the signing. Then book it to the signing and get your bracelet or the poster or whatever you have to get, because for most of them, it's only the first 100 people. Black Veil Brides, I signed up for their signing, had the bracelet for my first one, but there were so many people that they had to run. Like, they bailed because these girls were attacking them and, like, jumping across the table, and it was crazy. So make sure that you get their bracelet right away. At Denver yesterday, they were out of bracelets within 20 minutes of the doors opening. Because big bands like Black Veil Brides, I know a lot of people they don't like them. I really could not care less. I love them, so keep your little hate comments to yourself. But big bands like this, Bring Me to the Horizon, they've been at the Alternative Press tent, which is actually really close to the Tilly's tent where Black Veil Brides is. There's all of these little things, but make sure you get that right away. For smaller, fans for Black Veil Brides are crazy. It's fangirls. I hate them, but I love their music. I hate the fangirls. Bands like Bring Me to the Horizon, I got there about 30 minutes early for the signing, and I was probably the 10th or the 11th person to get there or to have it signed. Black Veil Brides, I was an hour and a half early, and I was still the 30th person in line. So keep that in mind. Bigger bands that you would die without meeting them, make sure you get there early. And sometimes it sucks because you're going to miss another band performing, but remember that the signings are more memorable than the actual concert sometimes. For me, Black Veil Brides, if it would have come down to me meeting them or seeing them, I would have wanted to meet them. because I've been to their other concerts, all of that. But sometimes concerts get conflicting with the signings, and you just have to kind of sit down and go, all right, which one's more important? And for me, it's usually the signings. Sorry, there was a lot of there's a lot of cigarette smoke and all that, and I have a really hard time with it, breathing it, so that's why I'm coughing. But another thing online with what time to get there, I get there for both of them. I got there about 6:45, 7 in the morning. That'll get you in right away. I don't know if any of you live in either Portland or Denver, but for those of you who know Sports Authority Field, that's where Warped Tour was, the line wrapped all the way around the field. Like the outside of the stadium, all the way around. Okay, it was taking people hours to get through that line. In Portland, it was at the Portland Expo Center, wrapped all the way around the Expo Center and all the way through the parking lot. There are a lot of people, so if it's really important for you to get the signings, you need to be there several, 5, 6 hours beforehand. Or, like what I did yesterday, I had friends that were working booths. They get to go in right away. I just was like, oh, hey, guys, I missed you. Look, we're best friends, which is true, but it helped to get me to the front, which was awesome. Okay, so just a couple of final things. For some of the signings, you have to go and, like, sign up for something, like the Tilly's contest, which is stupid. You have to put your information down. Put fake information. That's what I did. That's what I always do. That's what all my friends always do. Just do that. You get your signing. You pick your band. There you go. Something else is if you bring your parents, don't be embarrassed by them, okay? We love our parents. They're pretty cool. So just have fun with them. I loved having my dad there. I'm a daddy's girl. I know a lot of people think that girls like me with the piercings and the pink hair and the death metal music, they always think that I'm the kind of girl with daddy issues. Parents help if they're cool. I was in line for Black Veil Brides for an hour and a half. My dad was collecting money and going and buying posters for everybody that wanted one. Like for everybody that wanted Black Veil Brides to sign it. He's great because I'm in line for a signing. I'm thirsty. They can go get you water. They can do all of this. Your parents are there to help. Plus, you know, like my daddy bought this for me. Yay. I love my dad. I'm totally chill with him coming with me. If you're tight with your parents, I would suggest it. It's actually nice. You can feel a little bit more safe. People don't really care. Like, you always think that the other teens are going to be, oh my gosh, you know, she's here with her dad. Well, guess what? They could not care less. You are in a place, Warped Tour is a place, it's a sanctuary for people that have issues like that. There's no judgment there. There's nothing. There is nothing more freeing than being able to walk around sporting self-harm scars or knowing that you're a recovering anorexic or having social anxiety or depression or ADD or whatever you have, knowing that nobody's going to judge. Nobody cares. We are all there for the music. We're all there to meet whoever we want to meet. Just have fun, make sure you have money, make sure that you're drinking water, and I guarantee you are going to have the best day ever.